So the next episode of Star Trek, The Next Generation, is called The Battle. So they are driving along and a Ferengi vessel comes and he's like, hey, I have just found your old ship, the one that was lost, the Stargazer. Remember that, Captain Picard? Here is your ship. It's a gift from me to you. Happy birthday, I guess. And they're like, thanks. But they're kind of like, that's kind of sketchy. Normally Ferengi want money for stuff because that's like their whole deal. So, but they're like, fine. And they go on the ship and they're looking around. Captain Picard has some of his old stuff on the ship, so he's like, oh, look, I have old stuff here. Oh, wow. I remember being on this ship. He has like, and he starts getting a headache, like a bad headache. And he's like, got such a bad headache that he's like, guys, can you move my stuff to the Enterprise for me? Because I have such a bad headache. I gotta go lay down. And he goes to Dr. Crusher and he says, I've got a headache. And she's like, you shouldn't have a headache. They used to have headaches in the olden days. Now people don't get headaches unless there's something wrong with you. You have to let me take you to sickbay and run some tests and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, nah, I'm fine. It's just a headache. I'm going to get some rest. And he's like, meanwhile, his headache is really bad. And they're talking to his shipmates. He's doing some work. Like they got like a conference, right? And they're talking about how are they going to salvage this ship, or I don't even know what they're talking about, to be honest. They're like, whoa, they're having a chat, and he's like, he's telling them things like calling them by the names of the old shipmates, and he's like, oh wow, I'm getting really into this, aren't I? That's crazy. And then it's like there's a treasure chest that Worf has brought over from the old ship, and it has like a big red ball in it, and we see like the Ferengi from the one that gave the Stargazer away. He's got a giant ball that is controlling this other giant ball, and he's like, you are going to relive the Battle of Maxia! Woo! And Picard is getting headaches, and he's like having a dream, but it's like a daydream and so he's awake about being on the ship as it's going down, and like the bridge is on fire, and he's like talking to ghosts, and it's all because he's being mind controlled by this Ferengi and his ball. Anyway, Picard ends up beaming over to the Stargazer, and he thinks that he's in the past, back during the days where he was in a battle with the Ferengi and his ship was destroyed. So he's like, but he's gonna like be in this battle, but this time he's gonna destroy the Enterprise, and that's going to be this Ferengi's revenge, because back in the olden days, Picard was in a battle with a Ferengi ship, and he didn't even know it was a Ferengi ship, but they were like, because they didn't identify themselves, and they were gonna and they fired on him for no reason, and he didn't mean to kill him, so sorry, but there was a battle, and the other Ferengi ship was destroyed, and unfortunately, this Ferengi with the ball, I think his name is Damon Bach, his son was on that ship, and it was like very sad for him. So now he wants to take revenge. So that's why he's gonna make Picard destroy his own ship and all his friends, and then he will be so sad, just the way Damon Bach is so sad. So he's about to destroy the ship, and they figure out that Picard is getting sent like brainwaves from like something, some kind of like device, and they're like, and Worf is like, oh yeah, I brought a large chest over from the other ship, and it had a giant ball in it, and the Captain Picard has like the giant ball on the ship with him, like on the Stargazer, and he's like, and Riker hails him, and he's like, "Hey, Picard, hello, it's me, Riker. I am your first officer. Remember, you're captain of the Enterprise now, not captain of the Stargazer. Do you remember that? Hello?" And Captain Picard's like all confused. What? He's like, "Picard, I need you to listen to me. There's like a ball somewhere around you, and it's controlling your mind. Could you like destroy it, and then don't destroy us? Thanks." So Picard's like, "Oh, what?" And he's looking around, and he sees the ball, and he takes out his phaser, and he shoots the thing, and then he's like, his brain damage is erased, and they at the end of the episode, they say that like Damon Bach is going to be arrested. Not arrested. He's just not. The Ferengi are like, he wasn't. We had no part of this. That wasn't very profitable. Revenge is bad. Profit good. And that is the end of whatever that episode was called. Oh, the battle. That is the end of the battle. Bye.